There ain't no secrets, but there's never been a secret.
He know your body count?
Of course he knows my body count. My body count isn't high.
It don't matter if it was high.
Yeah, no.
But see, when I ask certain questions where it's like, yo, like we gonna keep it a buck, we gonna keep it a buck. Why people made me the villain or made me the person that's like, oh, he insecure. Why are you asking a woman
He knows
about
everything.
Her? That's cool.
And I know everything. I had one of his little girls come cry to me at a party talking about, why doesn't he? This is why we were just friends. Because everybody always thought we need to be together. So look, I say all this to say, with this man, I was dating somebody else. I told him, this man is marriage-minded. I'm not going to be with someone.
Has he ever been married before?
No, he hasn't. And he doesn't have any children.
I feel like you bullied him into marriage.
I did not. That's a fair assessment. That's a fair assessment.
Are you going to cut off all of your male friends once you become a wife?
No. But the ones that I'm not cutting off, he already knows.
I am here to profess to you today that the best athletic performance that we've ever seen out of Cam Newton was not on the football field, but it was during this podcast. You understand me? All right. We're going to head over to the It's Giving podcast. I make fun of that word, and it's mostly because anytime I hear that it's giving, usually it's followed up by like a condescending remark and or tone, typically for the immature young ladies, right? The modern young ladies amongst us. Personally, I think that they should go through a name change, but it's not my business, so it's not my business, for lack of a better term. Nevertheless, we're going to head over, and the conversation is being facilitated by Sarah. Now, we've gone over her content before, specifically during her engagement announcement, right, where she sat her future husband, or her actually now husband. She admits that within the Cam Newton podcast. But we went over them talking about what they liked about each other, and it was kind of awkward. It was questions about, well, why did you like me? Because I'm getting older, and it was trying to force an answer out the young man, and he really didn't have an answer for it besides, you're just so pretty. But that's neither here nor there, because within this conversation, Sarah begins to question Cam Newton, like, hey, yo, listen, bro, you got all of these baby mamas. You ain't put a ring on none of them, right? You got a lovely young lady that really loves you, all right, that you're currently in a relationship with her. Why will you not put a ring on her? And then we get to watch Cam Newton just navigate this conversation, and he does it within the idea of the weaponization of marriage. So buckle up, go get your popcorn and your libations, because we're going to have some fun here today. Without further ado.
You said you don't have any female friends. Do you have couple friends? Like, do you and your lady go out with other people and their other guys and their ladies?
Yeah, we go out with family. Like all my brothers, I got two brothers, both of them married.
Right.
You know, I'm like the only person that don't got the ring, so to speak.
Which I still don't understand why. I still can't hear why. Other than you like your dynamic. Can I ask a follow-up question on that?
Please.
Does Jasmine want to be married?
I don't know.
You had never asked her?
Every woman wants to be married.
I agree.
Right.
And y'all have probably already been through so much.
Yeah.
And you have children already.
Okay.
And she's working with the dynamic too. If this is your...
Yes, I'm pretty sure she does want to get married.
You could use the exact same logic the opposite way. If she's already living with you, you're already a provider for her, right? You already have kids for her. Why would you get married, right? If you agree that you're not going nowhere, she agrees that she ain't going nowhere, what is then the purpose and or reason? And this is all within the context, because I tell the young ladies on this channel, marry before you carry, right? But if you already decided to carry with this man, right? Like you've already made your womb decision, okay? And if he still wants to be with you, why then push it at that junction? There used to be an order of this, and it was marriage and then kids. But now men are rationalizing against it because they understand that the piece of paper can work against them. And especially when you have the fame, notoriety, and money of a Cam Newton, there's a lot more things at stake and at play here.
And you don't want to do that for her quite yet?
It's not even that. Like,
Will you ever be
For
married?
her.
I don't know.
Oh.
That's the thing. Like,
Will she stay if she's never married?
She ain't going nowhere.
If she told you, I need to be married or I'm leaving.
Why would you put me in that position?
But would you choose to get married?
Ultimatums?
See, then that's when I would feel more like, wait, what? You giving me a ultimatum? This ain't Netflix.
But okay, but what if
See
Oh
what
my.
I'm saying?
Okay, let's say let's
That,
put it
you
this
can't
way.
handle me like that.
So let
You
okay,
can't
okay.
bully
Fair.
me into a
So what
situation
if
that
she
I'm
were
not.
to say, what
Fair.
if she were to say, baby, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never going anywhere.
Yeah.
I would feel more respected both in this relationship and publicly if we were married. Nothing is going to change. It is just a formality. Whatever document you want to sign, maybe if prenups expire, we can write in the section where it renews automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Can we please go to the courthouse and get married?
I think if that would be her response, that would be something that I would consider.
Fair.
I've
Okay.
already considered it. Like, you're talking to an individual that I'm not a fool.
Right.
Every woman wants to go down the aisle and do all the, antics of that. But I'm like, bro, are you going anywhere, yes or no?
Right.
No.
I ain't going nowhere either.
But maybe
You know what's
that's
also interesting is that
Quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and found way too much personal information, which brought me down this weird rabbit hole of how that could have happened, and found out that there's companies out there called data brokers that will sell your data to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And it's a nasty, disgusting feeling knowing that there's bad actors out there selling my information, selling your information for profit. But that's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. Now, I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep my information off. But they do other things as well, such as bank fraud and identity theft alerts, VPN access. But guys, utilize my link down in the description box down below for a 14-day trial. At least see if you've been compromised. Privacy is king in this day and age, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link, aura.com/MTR, in the description box down below to try 2 weeks free. That's way more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed. Go now.
if you talk to people who have previously been married and they had kids, and then if they are divorced and again to new relationships, men more often than not are like, I would never do that again. Now they may end up doing that again in order to acquiesce to the demands of the lady, but then also there's ladies too that are just, especially when they get older, they're just like, well, what's the point of this? Because then at that stage in the game, they begin to consider that perhaps the value of what this is at this particular junction of life, or how I want to utilize marriage as a tool, it just is not as useful as a tool. But I get it though, mostly for young ladies, especially when you are young and you want to create a family. And I get it for men too who want to create family. But if you already have family with the woman that you are currently considering, or if you got 8 to 9 other children outside of what this is, it becomes less important for you. Human beings work off of incentivizations and leverage. As a man, when you get married, you lose some of your leverage. But as a woman, you have a baby with them, you lose some of your leverage. But now, through the biases in the family court system, women can gain a lot of that leverage back after the contract is signed, more often than not, and especially so when there's no prenup.
That's the problem. Maybe the problem, and for a lot of men, not just you, a lot of men operate in a space of like reward and consequence. We all do. It's not
Human
even
beings
men.
do.
We all operate from reward and consequence.
Sure.
My man, who was outside, okay, all caps, like you back in the day, outside, had access to everybody.
Okay.
If I would have allowed him to, for the 2 years that he was my friend, he could have made me into a situationship. I'm not doing that. And I told him, if this is what you want, then come and get me for real. If not, just be my friend. I love you. Nothing's going to change. I'm never going to leave your life as your friend.
Incentives and leverage. Sex was a leverage here. Come on.
As your friend.
So y'all wasn't knocking boots?
No.
Hello.
I don't sleep with my friends. I told you that on your podcast.
And that's
So when you gave them the goods?
I'm excited to tell this story, but I can't tell it yet. At least not on a podcast. But it's definitely a story.
huh?
It's not giving the truth then.
No, not on this podcast. It's got to wait. I'm going to tell you after we're done recording. How about
that's
that?
the thing. Like, that's the difference between my situation and everybody. I'm saying it because I think people need to hear it. And I think people will be moved by the actual story, and then we'll find out what to take from it. See, a lot of people look at me and be like, bro, you off the chain. But I'm just telling you what it is.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, because by the time this airs, and y'all just plug your ears, don't listen, don't pay no attention, okay? Because my team don't even know, and we're about to make the announcement. But by the time this airs, which will be after February 15th, because that's our wedding day, we've been married. We've been married, and we didn't wait. We got married, and then we slept together. So technically, and it wasn't even that wasn't even the plan. People dropping stuff. That was not even the plan at all. That wasn't the plan.
So y'all are legally married.
We're legally married.
And then y'all just having a wedding.
Our wedding is February 15th.
That's dope. Like right after Valentine's Day?
Yeah, day after. So for me, I gave him the goods. And it wasn't like you have to marry me in order for us to cross lines.
Yes, no, it was.
It wasn't that.
So then if that's not what it was, baby girl, why get married before the actual wedding date? Apparently there was some type of rush here, okay? You made a requirement leveraging something that you know that he wanted, but it just so happened to have the bargaining chip of becoming married. Again, I'm not saying not to do that, but let's not act like that wasn't a leveraging arm. Let's be truthful in all of this. By the way, I find it so incredibly interesting how Cam Newton can receive all of this feedback and our criticism for the lifestyle that he lives. And I'm not saying that's the lifestyle that a man could live, right? But just even take it outside of him. Any man that questions why he will not marry a young lady, right? They may shame that man into the decision or pressure that man into this marriage decision, even if he's not ready. Meanwhile, you've previously given access, and for most modern women, it's multiple upon multiple upon multiple access to men. I mean, shit, if you do an anthology of the modern woman's body count, right, and you had a snapshot of her damn history standing up all in a photo together, you get a row of 10 to 20 people just like, hey, what's up? But the irony of pressuring that young man while also not acknowledging, right, like the lie within like wearing white on a wedding day, like that was supposed to mean purity or saving oneself at one point in history. So the onus is not placed on the woman saving herself, but the onus is placed on the man rationalizing against what the woman wants, where she utilizes sex as a leverage point. Meanwhile, she didn't utilize it as a leverage point for Pookie and Tyrone in her past.
It wasn't that. You know what it was? This is what it was. I was dating another man. I was dating two people. He was outside. And I don't sleep with nobody. Right? I'm getting to know people. When I say dating, I'm getting to know people.
So what happened to the other dude?
I let him go because I told this dude.
You changed your number?
No.
He still got access to you?
No. Mm-mm. He don't have no access.
So if you still got the same number, he still got access to you?
No, he doesn't. He can't text me. There's no Instagram. There's no nothing. This is the thing. But
does he know? Does your husband know?
He knows everything. There ain't no secrets between. There's never been a secret.
He know your body count?
Of course he knows my body count. My body count isn't high.
It don't matter if it was high.
Yeah, no.
But see, when I ask certain questions where it's like, yo, like we gonna keep it a buck, we're gonna keep it a buck. Why people made me the villain or made me the person that's like, oh, he insecure. Why are you asking a woman
He knows
about
everything.
Her? That's cool.
And I know everything. I had one of his little girls come cry to me at a party talking about, why doesn't he? This is why we were just friends. Because everybody always thought we need to be together. So look, I say all this to say, with this man, I was dating somebody else. I told him, this man is marriage minded. I'm not going to be with someone.
Has he ever been married before?
No, he hasn't. And he doesn't have any children.
I feel like you bullied him into marriage.
I did not. That's a fair assessment.
Please write down in the comment box down below. Do you agree with Cam Newton? Please sound off.
But all I said was, I'm not letting go of what I could be happy over here. I can be
with the other dude.
Yes, I could be.
So you was happy with him?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah,
he was a great guy.
And he don't got any connection with you, right?
No, he does not.
Is that because of your choice or because of y'all's understanding? He
wouldn't have to ask me. I respect him enough to release that because that man was talking about marriage. And
why didn't you choose him?
So both men were talking about marriage.
To be honest,
okay.
How this turned into your show? The reason why I didn't choose
athletic
him
performance
is because it's like, you know, the people that you meet and it's like, oh, this is so fun, but you don't know them well enough. Like, we didn't go to a point of, yeah, we can have all the conversations, but we hadn't had the experiences. Me and Brock have been through it as friends. He's shown up for me as a friend. I've shown up for him as a friend. I know when he's mad. I know when he's not mad. I know what he'll do to try to flip me into a better mood.
Friends
I know
or friend
he's
zone?
reliable. He's funny. He's one of the funniest men you'll ever meet, but you wouldn't know that just looking at him because he's so laid back. But when he gets to talking, this man is literally like, he's just hilarious and he's fun and I love him. And that's what I'm saying.
Have
this
you
is
seen
why
his
he's
dark
new.
side?
Yes. As his wife, I have seen his dark side.
Let me be clear. I think that women should marry before they carry. And it sounds like the Brock gentleman wants to be married. It sounds like he wants a family. We've seen the young man accumulate the value into what she looks like and, thinking about what the kids will eventually look like. Well, at the same time, Sarah has the platform, the microphone, and the power to communicate to an audience of people, wherein which she let us know that the young man may not be in control here.
Are you going to cut off all of your male friends once you become a wife?
No. But the ones that I'm not cutting off, he already knows.
And again, while I wish them well, my question is to audience is that at what point does a boundary, is it less about the shared values that you have and more about leveraging something to box a man into a corner so that you can secure the title, okay? When does that then slip down into manipulation?
I've known him for 3 years. He was my best friend.
But y'all wasn't knocking boots, though.
I've seen his dark side.
That's good.
Does it get darker? Maybe, but I'm built for it. I'm built for it. But look, this is my whole point, okay? Because we're about to make it about me. Mm-hmm. My point is, if your woman said that I feel, and y'all better not say nothing to nobody, okay? Period.
Exclamation point.
If your woman said, I would feel so much more respected, and I know what other people think doesn't matter. Ultimately, what matters most
You're
is...
contradicting yourself.
No, this is what I'm telling you. I'm saying if I were her, and I said, I know what other people don't think, but I would feel more respected by you if we were married.
I tell you this, baby, you the peak. It don't get higher than you. But I still have responsibilities.
Do you have to let go of those responsibilities?
I would never let it. Like, you can't do that.
Can't you do both? That's what I'm saying.
That's my baggage.
So why can't you be married with baggage?
No. See, you're saying I'm answering your question when you gave me the scenario. If she comes to you and say, I will feel more respected, my first question will be, by who? She would say, by me. I'm giving the confirmation that there's nobody higher than you. You're peak, tip of the spear.
Right. So what if she says
it ain't going higher than that?
But what I'm saying is that's how you feel, and that's okay. And I understand how you feel, and I know how you feel because we've talked about it. And also, this is how I feel. I would feel like the peak if I were actually married.
That's cool. Well, I ain't getting married. Now what?
But is that ego or is that heart?
No. Since we want to do scenarios, I'm not getting married. Then what you would say?
I would ask you. I would say, right now in this moment, are you speaking from a space of protection because I've triggered you in a way? Or are you speaking from a space of you really don't want to marry me?
I'm speaking on how I feel right now.
Okay, so think about it. Then I don't want an answer right now.
Say less.
That's what I would say.
Thank you.
Because I can't bully my man. I know how it is. I can't. Y'all, this is the thing. Y'all think Brock is nice. He's not.
I never said that.
Save that man's masculinity.
This man, if he says no, I've learned in the past, I'm a pusher naturally. And my whole team, they'll tell you. I will push.
Okay.
I can't push him.
I'm not saying that you did.
No, I'm just saying I can't.
I'm just giving what we've known to be facts.
I don't even know what that means, Cam. I don't even know what that means.
Brock, bro, you a real one, bro.
He is.
He did something that most probably couldn't.
And wouldn't. To be honest.
That's why he got a good girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I received that. Thank you. That was a good cleanup.
Like, if we gonna keep it a buck or we gonna keep
it a buck.
big one? Because I'm like, I'm not the dude that's going, you can't bully me.
Yeah.
You're not about to sit up here and put me into the corner, baby.
Yeah.
Like, that's not gonna be good for nobody because I got a lot of I be damned in me.
But is it bullying or is it expressing a desire?
Baby, are you happy? Yes or no?
I feel like,
Is you happy?
could I be happier?
What?
That's what I'm saying.
So you
like,
about to tell me a marriage will make you happier than what you already
it would
are?
if I'm
That's a
telling you,
lie.
no,
That's a lie.
I'm just saying, hear me out. If I was her and I'm saying I would feel more respected because we're already playing husband and wife.
Yeah.
So why not just be husband and wife?
Like you keep making this, for everything that you got to say,
Yeah.
it's one of those things I have considered. I am considering.
Okay.
But we're not going to get nowhere if you making, it's almost like saying, hey, write me a letter.
Yeah,
All
don't
right.
mean nothing. Right.
Right.
I get it.
Like, no, that ain't how I operate.
I get it.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you be like, oh, he just so stubborn. That's cool. I'm
I don't
not
think
with
you're
you,
stubborn.
You or anybody else. I just know what type.
If you look at the difference between her, I guess now husband, and a Cam Newton, two completely different stages of life in their relationship when it comes to that Cam has a ton of kids. And within the relationship, not only was he having sex with the young lady, but she gave him a baby, okay? Versus the other young man. I mean, it's just completely different, all right? Incentives and leverage. And between the dating, mating game, between the man and the woman, there's always a balance of incentives and leverage and as well as priorities.
The man that I am, my lady, she wants for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
She has everything.
Mm-hmm.
This is the most stable that she's ever been in her life.
Mm-hmm.
She's extremely successful.
Mm-hmm.
What she has for herself is what she has for herself.
Mm-hmm.
What I have is what she has.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, nobody's complaining. I think the issue comes when everybody gives their 2 cents on a situation that's cemented.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, you don't have to be married.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to be married.
Everybody that was in the Bible wasn't married.
That's true.
The disciples,
Weren't married.
okay. So you mean to tell me in order for me to get to heaven, I got to be married?
That's not what I'm saying.
But so we are weaponizing marriage. Like, bro, you got to get married. You with her, you might as well.
No,
you
that's
might
not
as
what
well
I'm
get
saying.
married.
I'm not saying that.
It's
What
like,
I'm saying,
you might as well be happy.
I agree.
I'm living for happiness.
yes.
I'm living for happiness and
Yes.
peace. I'm living for those things right there.
Yeah.
And every single day, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
Love to me is not a noun. It's not a person. It's
Yeah.
not a place. It's a thing. It's not that. To
It's
me,
a
love
verb.
is a verb.
Right.
It's an action.
Yes.
Every single day, I'm choosing you,
Yes.
no matter.
That is marriage. You know what?
That's your marriage.
You're right. That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Brendan, from my perspective, because
Yeah.
I believe that marriage comes down to having the willingness to choose this person.
You can have
You can
commitment without marriage.
Of course you can,
That's
but
what
there's
I'm
no
saying.
safety in that, especially not
always
for a
safety.
woman.
It's
Because
always safety.
think about it this way.
Man, listen. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
She has perfect examples of how I will be if we're not together.
What's that mean? Oh, like take care of the kids
No,
and help
it's
and
not-
support
it's
and
not
show up
that.
for the children.
I would
and
never just disrespect her or just leave her out there. 'Cause
Got it.
She has 2 examples of women that I'm not with them,
Right.
but I still provide and take care of them.
okay.
Right.
So if we don't make it,
Yeah.
I'm still going to take care of you.
Yeah.
So if that's your fear,
Yeah.
you have perfect examples of that's not the case. Well, I want security. You have security.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Like everything that people will want to make it to be, that ain't it. Like we are thriving. We are happy.
Do you think that adding marriage would make it less happy?
We are living for Cam and Jazz.
Okay.
They're like what Shaquita 101 think, what Shade Room think, what Hollywood Unlocked think. I don't give a damn about none of that.
Yeah.
I'm living for her. Like, what you need, baby?
But what if she said, I need marriage?
She never said that.
But every woman wants to be married.
She never said that. Let's talk facts.
Okay.
She never said that.
Okay.
So therefore, that's projecting something that it's not.
Okay.
And for me, this is the most safest, securest, and stablest
That's beautiful.
she's been in her 36 years of living.
Yeah.
So there's times where people try to throw wrenches.
Yeah.
You're chasing ghosts. Baby, I would ask the question again, are you happy?
Yeah.
Right? If you're happy, why are we trying to chase better when you're happy right now? Do you think you can get better than me? Go get him. I'm that type of dude. Go get him. I want you to be happy. You feel me? And if it's not me, and if you think that being married is going to save your relationship, you're a fool. If you think having children with a person is going to save your relationship, you're a fool. If you think having more money is going to save your relationship, you're a fool.
Yeah, agreed.
Going back to love is a verb.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're having this intuition to say, well, why y'all don't get me? You might as well. No, that's the game that
I don't
you
believe in
want
might as well.
us to play.
Yes.
When you see us, even if you do see us, we show people what we want them to see. It's a game to us. We've been together long enough to understand what people are expecting. We have relationship core values that we not bending from. We locking in and we making daggone sure that we stay locked in with each other. Is it tough? Hell yeah, it's tough. But we still choosing that. You feel what I'm saying? So I'd be damned if somebody sit up here and corner me and say, do you believe in marriage? Are you gonna get married? Why you don't get married? That's every single podcast, that's every single opportunity. And the thing is this, we're sitting up here justifying marriage as a biblical thing, which is true. But for a person to weaponize marriage that don't even follow the other rules and bylaws of the book of the Bible.
That's my point.
You ain't even religious.
Right.
How you gonna give a religious
You didn't
law
save yourself
about marriage?
Okay, let me pause it right here. Just like I said earlier, the onus is on men to conform to this sort of outcome of something, irrespective of where that man is in life, right? The outcomes that he wants out of life, right? Irrespective of the status, the money, irrespective of kids that he's previously created, or, irrespective of kids that he's currently created with the woman who, may or may not want this marriage contract. So I think young women today need to consider, what are the choices and decisions, right? How are they moving in a way where they are losing that leverage, so that the equation of whether or not a man chooses to get down on bended knee for you is as clear as night and day. Because gone are the days where everybody would just fill out that checkbox of, go to high school, go to college, get a job, get a home, get a white picket fence with a nice young lady, get down up on bended knee, y'all move into the home, right? People are done checking it off, and now people are rationalizing from the prescription rather, of life. Men make the decision to get down on bended knee. Many modern women today have been lied to. They think that they're making the decisions to get down on bended knee. Oh man, I was wondering why I was smelling so damn stale in here. Hold on, let me go get my apple butter candle ready. You heard? But yeah, so many of them have been lied to. It is the man that controls access to that decision. And the fact is that y'all can't stop the flow of information, because now that we have the internet, men are going to be sharing notes. We're going to be sharing examples, right? I'll go over here and do a video about a family court case where a guy went up into a marriage, a situation, all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, right? Rose-colored glasses. And then found out a little bit later on in life that the person that you marry is not the person that you inevitably divorce, right? So there is inevitably, within this incentivization leverage structure, there's going to be an exchange of value. That's why it's also so detrimental, these modern day feminists telling these women, have fun in your 20s. They have multiple dick rotations of y'all cameras. It's okay. Pick up all of them bodies. Pick up all of that baggage. All right. Walks, here we come, and all this other bullshit, all right? But also, I find it interesting that one of her ending comments there was specific to safety for a woman in a relationship. What I don't think that she realizes is that this accidentally proves why so many men are either walking away or rationalizing against marriage, okay? Because for her to feel safe, a man would have to sign a contract, and more often than not, they're signing it without prenuptial agreement. So it is a government contract where he is giving up his leverage. He's giving up his safety for a system where I believe the numbers are somewhere about like a 50% divorce rate, right? So he's giving up his leverage, his safety, his own protection, right, to get into a government written contract where if this contract was to break, and we're in a system where we have things in several states such as no fault divorces, but then you put him through a system where he is always disadvantaged. There is not a feminist on this planet that takes a look at the family court system and its inadequacies and said, oh, we need to fight for equality within the family court system. It doesn't happen. All right. Fact of the matter is that modern men today are not scared of marriage. They are scared of divorce. Simply because if it happens, then her safety, and more often her safety alone, is guaranteed by law. My advice when you take a look at these different conversations is for men to continue to absorb this content, to pick up, right, like the information to lead yourself appropriately within these decisions going into the future. I'm not saying that Cam Newton's decision on marriage is the correct one. It's the correct one for him within his lifestyle, and that's fine. But we all are different people. We're all are different men. We all want different things out of life, right? We all should rationalize why it makes sense for you, right? I mentioned marriage earlier as a tool. Okay. Would you utilize a tool, a hammer, right, to unscrew a screw from a wall? All right. That may not be the most appropriate tool. You might be able to get the screw out the wall. You take the back of that hammer and wrench it out, but it might ruin the wall. It might make the wall look crazy. Okay. That tool is not appropriate for that job. You have to be able to rationalize for the way that you want your life to go. What is the appropriate tool for the correct job? Listen, there's some dudes out there that they're in a monogamous relationship, but polyamory runs within their blood. And like they are destined to cheat because of something that they want to have happen, but they're in a monogamous relationship. And then they get married and then they get caught out there. Any type of infidelity happens or some shit like that. I'm just like, well, why did you use that tool? Why? Understand yourself. Understand who you are as a man. Understand your purpose. And utilize the different tools and resources and information throughout life to enact positively within your life. Enhance your incentives while understanding your outcomes, understanding your leverage, and proceed forward. All right, guys, that's all that I got for you here today. Shout out again to the It's Giving podcast. All right, I wish them luck. I want you guys to be safe out there. All right. I want you to do everything in your power to ensure greatness within your life. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock out with me within the content. Also, shout out to today's sponsor, Aura. Guys, take your private information off of these public damn websites quicker, right? Sooner rather than later, rather. Okay. Shout out to Aura. It is who I trust to do that. All right. I utilize Aura to identify and remove my private information off of these public websites where these scammers, right, have access to do nefarious things with. Utilize my link down below. It's going to give you 2 weeks free. Utilize those 2 weeks to at least see if your information is exposed. Go right now. All right, but I appreciate you guys again. And until next time, peace.
So without further ado, MTR, cut through the BS like we in charge. No cap with the rappers like steel bars. I'm packing and rapping like here we are. Mediocre tutorial reviews. Like, comment, share my views. Come up and I paid my dues. Big step in my black way shoes. MTR, he break it down, yeah, it's MTR. Check out the sound with his MTR. No one put it down like it's MTR.